Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander Baseball as we are underway here at Trum Field, the Highlanders versus the Rams, to open up the Highlanders' home schedule here in 2024. Ian Bourne on the mound for the Highlanders. Almani Gerardo at the plate for the Rams. As that second offering from Bourne is in there for a called strike on the inside. 1-1 is the count. Bourne comes in 2-0 on the season. The Highlanders come in leading the GBL, undefeated in the GBL, 4-0, 4-1 overall. Rams come in 1-2 in the GBL. They are in fourth place currently. This one skied in the air, short right field. Out to play that one. Well played by Highlanders second baseman Tom Griffin. Highlanders dealing with some injuries as Griffin is out there at second base. Colin Bourne is at first base. Shortstop for the Highlanders is Tucker Cali. Third base, Preston Ardolino. We'll get the outfield here in a moment as Mark Walsh steps to the plate, one away here for Ian Bourne in the first inning. Bourne struck out 14 against Malden in his first start of the season. That one catches the inside corner, strike one to Walsh. Bourne's wins came against Malden and Medford. So the Highlanders were able to defeat Medford on a rainy night. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Bourne left that game with no hits for Medford. Medford got their last hit, or got their first hit, I should say, in the last inning of that game. Forced a run across, but the Highlanders got the 3-1 win. Swing and a miss. Strike three. First strikeout of the day for Bourne. Two away here, top half of the first inning from Trum Field. As Roki Brea will check in, he is the starting pitcher for the Rams today. It's the lefty Bourne curveball in the dirt, ball one. Bourne will come with the curveball as an off pitch from his fastball. He also will bring a changeup. Bourne will kick and deliver. That's in there for called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Roki Brea. As Brea, as I said, the opposing pitcher for the Rams, looking to help his cause. 2 away here. Top half of the first just underway. So Highlanders take on the reigning GBL champion Rams. That one fouled back into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count to Brea. Rams went undefeated in the GBL last year. Lost in the first round of the playoffs, a 1-run loss. Highlanders as well lost in the first round of the playoffs. Of course, a heartbreaking loss at Marblehead. We have that game in the archives on Somerville Ed TV. Is that pitch in the dirt to Brea? That's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count to Roki. Highlanders fell behind early last year in that playoff game, fought all the way back. Questionable call at home plate denied them the opportunity for a victory. Like I said, an extremely exciting yet heartbreaking game. You can watch that on Somerville Ed TV. We have that in the archives. You can check out past seasons here on our YouTube channel as that swung and fouled back into the screen again. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brea. Of course, we have all sorts of spring action here, spring sports action here on Somerville Ed TV. Highlander volleyball, Highlander softball will be coming up. Highlander girls and boys lacrosse. The girls lacrosse team, of course, reigning GBL champions. Kick and delivery. This one's lifted into short center field. Actually coming over to play it from right field is going to be Noah Brown, and he makes that catch. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3, go the Rams. We will move to the bottom half of the first, tied at zeros here from Trum Field on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here on Somerville Ed TV, bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless tie between the Highlanders and the Rams as Ian Bourne put down the Rams 1, 2, 3. Leading off for the Highlanders is going to be Robbie Larkin, the center fielder. Robbie has started off the season quite hot for the Highlanders. Highlanders offense has been a work in progress. They're going to be going up against Roelke Brea, who's on the mound. No decisions on the year for Roelke as that one's left up high. Long, lanky righty, number 24, Roelke Brea. His lone start was against Linfield. That was a loss, a 9-1 loss, but he went 4 scoreless innings in that 9-1 loss. The bullpen let that one up against Linfield for the Rams. So that one's outside ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. There's Larkin, the leadoff man. Highlanders start off with 2 lefties at the top of the lineup. Robbie Larkin followed by Ian Bourne. Then Tucker Calley batting third. That one left outside by Brea. 3 balls, no strikes, now the count. Highlanders 4-1 on the season, 4-0 in the GBL. They've done it mainly through good pitching, really good pitching. Ian Bourne as well as Noah Brown have done an excellent job on the mound for the Highlanders. And then defense and effective base running. As that ball left outside, Larkin is on with the walk. 4 straight balls to Robbie, and he is on base. Now, of course, if you followed the Highlanders through the years, you know head coach Matt O'Donnell likes to be aggressive on the base paths. So look for number 4, Robbie Larkin, to be leading off and leaning towards second as Ian Bourne will step in. Bourne, of course, the power in this lineup. Brea well aware the aggressiveness of the Highlanders. These two teams have battled each other the past couple years for the GBL championship. Lynn Classical getting the best of it last year, sweeping the Highlanders. 4-3 victory early in the season, and then a drubbing late in the season. Got that GBL championship last year as that ball left outside by Brea. No balls, 4 strikes now, or no, 1 ball, no strikes now. 5 straight balls, though, from Brea. Pitches in, that one's up high. 6 straight balls thrown by Brea to start this game off as he walked Robbie Larkin on 4 straight pitches. He's down 2-0 to Ian Bourne. Larkin leads away from first. Brea fires. Reynolds applies the tag. Larkin in plenty of time. As we look around the diamond for the Rams, you've got Calvin Reynolds at first, Armani Gerardo at second. As that pitch fouled back into the screen. First strike of the game for Brea. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count now to Bourne. Shortstop is Christian Figueroa. Over at third base is Mark Walsh. Behind the plate, Boo DeSea. So we're going to nominate Boo for the all-GBL name team this season. Brea very conscious of Robbie Larkin at first. Swung on and missed right back into the screen. Bourne's been on top of those past 2 pitches, fouling them right back into the screen. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Bourne. Just underway here at Trum Field, bottom half of the first inning. Reigning GBL champion Rams taking on the Highlanders. Robbie Larkin walked to lead off this inning, and he is away from first. That is fouled into the dirt, though. Robbie will have to come back to first. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bourne. Brea once again over to first base. Very, very aware of Robbie Larkin. That aggressive nature of the Highlander base running coming into play here. Larkin, he's going. That pitch grounded to first, handled well there by Reynolds. He'll touch the bag and get the out, but Larkin advances to second. So Bourne out. We'll bring up Tucker Cali, the shortstop for the Highlanders, with Larkin now at second base. 1 away as Brea looks in. Lanky right-hander will kick and deliver. That's a curveball in there for called strike 1 to Cali. Brea checks the runner, Larkin, and that's thrown into center field, but Robbie's not going to get there. As second baseman Almani Gerardo was kind of on top of him there, lunged across him, trying to get to that ball. Didn't give Robbie the opportunity to get away after he dove back to second. Yeah, aggressive base running once again, the aggressive nature of the Highlanders base running, making things happen, stirring the pot. 0-1 delivery, left up high to Cali. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count to the Highlander shortstop. Cali playing shortstop today. He was playing the hot corner third base against Medford. Made an absolutely amazing diving play towards the line and fired it over to first in plenty of time to get the runner. Talked about how the Highlanders have built what they have so far this season through great defense, timely hitting, and strong pitching. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now to Cali. That one left up high by Brea. 3 balls and a strike. As Robbie Larkin stands at second. 1 away here. Bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless between the Rams and the Highlanders. 3-1 offering, swung on and fouled back by Cali. We'll go full. Payoff pitch from Brea. That one's lined into left field, tracking back, trying to get it, but over his head is Baez. Coming around to score is going to be Robbie Larkin. RBI double for Tucker Cali, and the Highlanders are on the board. That'll bring up Preston Ardolino for the Highlanders. Ardolino playing third base today. Highlanders now have the 1-0 lead. Good job of hitting there by Tucker Cali. Worked the count full, got a pitch to hit, put it over Baez's head. As Ardolino pulls off, holds off on that one, left up high the fastball. For ball 1, no balls, 1 strike. Now the count to Ardolino. Highlanders taking the 1-0 lead. That curveball in there for a strike. And that first pitch was called a strike as well. No balls, 2 strikes. The count to Ardolino. In the hole there. That's up high for ball 1. Difficulty seeing the umpire from my position. Coaching staff for the Rams in my line of sight. So we have a timeout. Boo DeSaya will go out to the mound to talk to Brea. Highlanders with the 1-0 lead now, one away here, bottom half of the first inning. They have a runner on second. That's Tucker Calley, who had the RBI double after Robbie Larkin led off the game with the walk. One ball, two strikes is the count to Preston Ardolino. Ardolino out ahead of that one. Swung on strike three. Looking for the fastball, ended up seeing the change. That'll bring up Max Barish, Highlander left fielder. Barish, another lefty in the lineup here for the Highlanders. Against the long, lanky righty. Out ahead of that one, he fouls it down the first base line for strike one. No balls, one strike, now the count to Barish. Brea allowing his first run of the season. Pitched 4 scoreless innings against Linfield earlier in the season. Highlanders have the runner on second. That's Tucker Calley. He has the RBI double. And he is away. He has stolen third base easily as the pitch is in there. Called strike 2 to Max Barish. So Calley gets the stolen base. Brea leaves the fastball up high for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count. You kind of get the feeling Boo DeSea went out, the catcher came out to talk to Brea and basically told him to forget about the runners. Since that time, he's been much more focused on just pitching. Of course, that gave Calley the opportunity to steal that bag. That's a hot shot, first base, handled well by Reynolds, and he will take it himself unassisted. Good play there by Calvin Reynolds on that hot shot by Barish. That'll do it for the Highlanders, but they get one across on the Tucker Calley double. Highlanders lead 1-0 as we go to the second here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field. Top half of the second. Highlanders lead 1-0 after the RBI double by Tucker Calley. Ian Bourne on the mound for the Highlanders. Called strike 1 on the curveball on the inside to Calvin Reynolds, the first baseman for the Rams. Reynolds ended the Highlander half of the first with a nice play on a hot shot. Got first base unassisted. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, now the count to Reynolds. It's going to be numbers 4, 5, and 6 for the Rams. Reynolds, Figueroa, and Ventura to face off against the lefty Bourne. As he kicks, delivers, fastball up high, low inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count to Reynolds. Highlanders taking the 1-0 lead off of that double by Calley. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Ross has to fire it down, and he does. Strike out. Second K of the game for Bourne. As you see, it's Bourne using that changeup there. It's diving down into the dirt. 1 away now. As Christian Figueroa will step in. It's a fastball fouled back into the screen for strike 1. Mentioned that the Rams swept the Highlanders last year. The Rams swept everybody in the GBL last year as they went undefeated in the GBL, only 2 losses in the regular season for the Rams. Lost in the first round of the playoffs as conversation happening here with the umpire. Possibly wants a ball changed out. Leon Elwell, Ram head coach. Now they have the ball they want. 1 away here in the top half of the second. Highlanders leading 1-0. No balls and a strike. The count to Figueroa. As that one's left up high, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count. Bourne's fastball, he leaves that one up high as well. 2 balls and a strike, the count to Figueroa. I mentioned the Highlanders struggling with some injuries. As Colin Bourne, who's playing first base, not able to bat today. He's got a muscle strain, unable to swing the bat comfortably. He is able to play first and able to throw the ball. As that one outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Now the count to Christian Figueroa. As the Rams looking to get their first base runner of the game. Tom Griffin, Highlander second baseman today as well. As this one's popped over here towards our position. And Colin Bourne makes the play against the fence. Excellent play there by Colin Bourne. And that's 2 away here in the top half of the second. Talked about Colin's back ailing him. It didn't ail him there as he made great work of that pop-up. Back to what we were talking about, though. Daniel Griffin out today. Danny Griffin not able to play as he is sick. So Tom Griffin in service there at second base. That pitch is ball 1 outside to Alfred Ventura. 1 ball, no strike, now the count. 2 away here, top half of the second one. That one fouled back into the screen by Ventura. Highlanders leading 1-0. Tucker Cali with the RBI double to score Robbie Larkin. As that catches the outside for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count to Alfred Ventura. One-two delivery from Bourne. That one just fouled back. Keeps the count 1-2. Bourne 2 strikeouts already today. He will kick, deliver, fouled back. Once again into the screen, count stays 1-2. Swung on and missed. That's that change, and that's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Ian Bourne. As the Highlanders lead 1-0, they will have numbers 6, 7, and 8 coming up in the bottom half of the second here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here on Somerville Ed TV. As the Highlanders lead 1-0. A little difficulty climbing the mound there for Rams first baseman Calvin Reynolds. He's all right though. Made a great play to end the Highlander first inning. Highlanders coming up this inning will be 6, 7, and 8. Graham Ross, Noah Brown, and Tom Griffin. Ross, Highlander catcher, steps in against Roki Brea. Brea will kick and deliver. It's in there for strike 1. It's a called strike on that one. No balls and a strike now to Ross. Highlanders leading 1-0. Tucker Cali got the RBI double to score Robbie Larkin after Larkin had led off the game with a walk. That one fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes as Graham Ross in an early hole here against Brea. 0-2, swung on and missed. First strikeout of the game for Roki Brea. Or second strikeout, I should say, of the game for Roki Brea. He did get Preston Ardolino in the first inning. That'll bring up Noah Brown for the Highlanders. Noah, the right fielder. With one away here in the bottom half of the second inning. That one inside for ball one to Brown. That one in there for a called strike. Evens the count 1-1 to Brown. Brea fires that one in. Called strike 2. Catches that outside corner once again. Noah Brown got the win for the Highlanders in their last game as he got the win against Everett. Swung on and missed by Brown. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Roki Brea here in the bottom half of the second. That'll bring up Tom Griffin, second baseman for the Highlanders. As that's in there for called strike 1. Brea struggled with his control in the first inning. Allowed the leadoff walk to Preston Ardolino, or I should say to Robbie Larkin. His first 6 pitches were balls, as that's in there for a called strike on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes now to Tom Griffin. Larkin came around to score, but since then Brea has been lights out. His control really on point here in the second inning. As Griffin fouls that off down the third baseline. No balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Two away here, bottom half of the second. 0-2 delivery. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Tom Griffin. Danny Griffin, normally a starter for the Highlanders, out sick today. Tom getting the opportunity in the starting lineup. And that one fouled off. First base side out of play. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Opening up Trum Field here for the 2024 season. That curveball stays down. Good eye for Griffin there. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. Have a big season of Highlander baseball coming to you here on Somerville Ed TV. The 2-2 delivery with 2 away. Just fouled off. Griffin stays alive. Keeps that count at 2-2. Brea looking to strike out the side if he can. 2 strikeouts already here in this inning. 2-2 delivery is in there. Called strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Highlanders in the bottom half of the second inning as Roki Brea closes it down, striking out all the Highlanders he saw. It is a 1-0 Highlander lead as we move to the top half of the third inning here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field. Top half of the third inning. Highlanders up 1-0 as it will be the bottom third of the Ram ordered. Boo Desea, Gavin Collins, and Yoniel Cabral coming up for the Rams, facing off against Ian Bourne. It's Bourne's first offering outside for ball 1. Talked about how dominant Bourne has been on the mound. That game against Malden, he had an immaculate inning. That is 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 outs. A tremendous outing for Bourne in that season opening victory. So that one's left up high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the count to Boo Desea. Desea, the catcher for the Rams, nominating him for the GBL Baseball All Names list, Boo Desea, as that's in there for called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Now the count to Boo. So that's swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count to Boo Desea. That one's inside, called strike 3. As Bourne picks up his fourth K of the game. One away here as Rams DH Gavin Collins steps in. Change up in there, called strike 1. You can see the velocity change, especially from our angle here. As that's that fastball in there, catches that outside for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the count to Gavin Collins. Bourne, a crafty lefty out there. Has good velocity on his fastball. Called strike 3 as he catches the outside corner with that fastball. Location, very important to what Bourne does out there. Adding that changeup really helps him out. Shows a different look to all the batters as number 9 hitter Yoniel Cabral steps in for the Rams. As that's up high, ball 1 to Cabral. 2 away here, top half of the 3rd inning. Highlanders leading 1-0. As Bourne looking to put them down in order for the 3rd straight inning. Change up, catches the inside corner. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cabral. Ram pitcher Roki Brea struck out the side in the bottom half of the 2nd. And now, with that swinging fastball strike, Ian Bourne is 1 pitch away from striking out the side in the top half of the 3rd. 1-2 delivery from Bourne, leaves that one up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. Fastball fouled back into the screen. Is Cabral able to stay alive on that inside fastball? Just gets the contact near the handle of the bat. Keeps the count 2-2, 2 away here. Top half of the 3rd inning, Highlanders leading 1-0. Bourne looking to go clean through the Rams lineup for the first time through. That is swung on and missed, but it gets by Graham Ross. He's back to the screen, fires it to first, and Cabral is safe. So he will be on first after the strikeout. It'll bring up the top of the order, Almani Gerardo. So Bourne gets credited with the strikeout, though. And now Yoniel Cabral is at first as he leads away. Bourne will check him. He fires over to Colin. Cabral back easily. Two away here, top half of the 3rd inning. Highlanders leading 1-0. Rams have their first base runner on a strikeout, passed ball. As that is swung on, fouled back into the glove 4-1. Gerardo in the first inning popped out to short right field. Fielded out there by Griffin, Highlander second baseman. Fire it over. Cabral back safely. Two away here for the Highlanders as they look to close out this inning. Bourne already with three strikeouts this inning as that swung on, fouled back into the glove of Graham Ross once again. No balls, 2 strikes now the count. As Bourne got the first 2 batters with called third strikes, struck out Cabral on a swinging strike in the dirt, but got by Ross all the way back to the screen and couldn't make the play at first. Cabral is away, and that pitch is a ball inside. Cabral gets the stolen base. So he stands as second. Tying run is at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count to Armani Gerardo. That one's skied near home plate. Will it get out of play? And it does, just barely on the other side of the fence there near the Highlander dugout. So a high, loud, foul ball will keep the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rams now the tying run at second base after the strikeout passed ball allowed Cabral to reach base. Change up, left down low. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count to Armani Gerardo. Gerardo, the leadoff man for the Rams. So the Rams have the offensive power at home plate to bring home the runner from second. Kick and delivery, that one popped into the screen as Cabral was away with the pitch. He'll have to head back to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count remains. 2 away here. Top half of the third, Highlanders up 1-0, Rams with the tying run at second. Bourne has already struck out 3 this inning, but Cabral struck out swinging at a pitch in the dirt that got by Graham Ross, and he was able to take first. Moved to second on a stolen base. That is just barely fouled back once again into the screen. As Gerardo barely able to get a piece of that one. Count stays 2-2. Highlanders not holding Cabral on. As that pitch, the fastball left up high for ball 3. Count goes full here. Highlanders got their RBI double on a full count double hit by Tucker Cali. Now Gerardo has the opportunity. Full count offering. That one is fouled off. It was a changeup, and he jumped all over it. Fouled it off, out of play, left-hand side. Count stays full. 2 away here. Top of the third, I should say. Tying run is at second. And swung on and missed as Bourne gets Gerardo. Bourne's 4th strikeout of the inning. No damage done as the Rams leave Cabral stranded at second. We'll go to the bottom half of the third inning. Highlanders leading 1-0 here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field for the bottom half of the third inning. Highlanders leading 1-0. Rolke Brea on the mound for the Rams. Struck out the side last inning. He'll face off up against numbers 9, 1, and 2 in the Highlander inning. Sean Fusco getting the opportunity here at bat. Fusco swinging right away as the lefty sends it foul down the third baseline. Fusco normally on the JV team, but due to the injuries, or I should say the illness, to Griffin, Fusco brought up to DH here from the JV. No balls and a strike to Sean as he holds off on that pitch down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count to Sean Fusco. Fusco, the designated hitter today for the Highlanders, and then the Highlanders' top of the order will come around as Robbie Larkin is in the on-deck circle. Ian Bourne in the hole. That one left up high to Fusco. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Now the count. Brea started out the game struggling with his control. 6 straight balls. The first 6 pitches he had, he walked Robbie Larkin, who came around to score on the double from Tucker Cali. But in the second inning, and basically midway through that first inning as that pitch left up high, Brea really locked down on his control and mowed down the Highlanders' last inning in the bottom half of the second as he struck out the side. Struggling once again with his control here. 3-1, he's behind to Fusco. As that is going to be ball 4. Sean Fusco comes up from the JV team to the varsity level and works a walk in his first at bat. So Fusco will be at first. Robbie Larkin comes to the plate. Larkin walked on 4 straight pitches to lead off the game for the Highlanders. Took second on a ground out by Ian Bourne. And then scored on the RBI double to left by Tucker Cali. As Larkin squared around a bunt, fouls it back into the screen. Strike 1 to Robbie. Robbie has been one of the stronger offensive players for the Highlanders this season, along with, obviously, Ian Bourne. Robbie had 2 hits in the win against Everett. Brea looks Fusco back. That one outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Robbie Larkin. Fusco away. This one skied in the air. Short center field. Coming in to make the play is Yoniel Cabral. 1 away here for the Highlanders in the bottom half of the 3rd inning as Larkin pops out to center. That will bring up Ian Bourne. Bourne grounded out to 3rd, or I should say 1st. Sorry about that. Grounded out to 1st, advancing Larkin to 2nd back in the 1st inning. Fusco stays at 1st. Brea fires over Fusco. Pretty good lead there. Back in time, though. Bourne, the strongest offensive threat for the Highlanders in their lineup, has hit tremendously already this season. Hit for the cycle last year against Lynn English. As Brea looks back Fusco. Fusco led off the inning with a walk. He stands at 1st. That pitch left up high. Ball 1 to Bourne. Brea has 4 strikeouts in the game after striking out the side in the bottom of the 2nd. And Bourne lines that one into center field, just off the glove of Cabral as he couldn't quite bring it in. Fusco had to wait, though, so he's around 2nd and into 3rd. Highlanders have runners on the corners after the single by Bourne. 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Highlanders threatening as Fusco had to hold up to make sure Cabral could not make that play. The ball bounced off of Cabral's glove. So now the Highlanders have the runners at the corners. Fusco at 3rd, Bourne at 1st after the line drive single. That brings up Tucker Cali, who already has an RBI double today. 1 for 1 on the day. And Bourne away with the pitch. He is in safely as Boo Desea does not throw it down. Highlanders now runners on second and third after the stolen base by Bourne. 1-0 delivery from Brea. Catches the outside. Strike one, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker Cali not agreeing with that call. One away here. 1-1 delivery from Brea. That's a chopper towards first. As he tries to make the play, Reynolds does stick with it and gets the out at first. What a play by Reynolds. He has flashed the glove today, but the Highlanders able to get the run in from third as Fusco came in to score on the ground out. Really good play there by Reynolds. Second really good play we've seen here at first place by Reynolds as he knocked that one down, stuck with it. Brea was able to get over and cover first. Preston Artolino steps in. He struck out back in the first inning. Runner on third is Bourne. Highlanders now up 2-0. Two RBIs on the day for Tucker Cali now. It's Brea. Chopper going towards short. Nice play there as it's picked well by Figueroa, but nowhere to go as he was deep in the hole. Could not do anything with that ball. Ian Bourne comes in to score. Highlanders lead 3-0. Good job by Figueroa to get back there into the hole and get his glove on that ball, but just too deep to make any play. Artolino fast down the first baseline. Highlanders with a 3-0 lead, and that'll bring up Max Barish. Barish grounded out to first. That was the first time we saw Calvin Reynolds flash the lever. It was a hot shot from Barish. Away from first is Artolino as he's looking to be safe at second, and he is, as he avoids that sweep tag from Figueroa. Highlanders keep the pressure on here, leading 3-0. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the third. 2 away. Count is no balls and a strike to Max Barish. As Preston Artolino stands at second after the stolen base. That one's a ball from Brea. 1 ball and a strike to Max Barish. That one's a hot shot first base off the bag. Reynolds not able to make the play as it bounces off his glove. Sliding safe into second is going to be Barish. Scoring is going to be Preston Artolino, and the Highlanders lead 4-0. Reynolds, another opportunity to make a heck of a play there. Made a heck of a play to get any sort of leather on that ball as it bounced off the first base bag, but unfortunately for the Rams, ends up as a double for Max Barish down the first base line. I'm going to give him a double on that one. I'll play the official score for the moment. RBI there for Barish as well. That'll bring up Graham Ross. Ross led off the bottom of the second with the strikeout as that one's inside for strike one. No balls and a strike. Now the count to Graham Ross. Barish stands at second after his RBI double down the line. That one down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count to Graham Ross. Highlanders have put 3 across here in the bottom half of the third inning. And they lead 4-0. Brea, curveball, catches the inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Graham Ross. Ross looking like he's having a hard time getting a feel for where Brea is pitching from. Catching sight of that ball coming out of his hands. That's a fastball. That went into right field. Ranging back for it is Gerardo, but he does not make the play. Around third to score is going to be Barish, and that is a 5-0 lead as Graham Ross picks up the RBI. Highlanders with 4 runs here in the bottom of the third. 5-0 is the Highlander lead. Noah Brown will come up here in the third. 2 away. Highlanders getting some 2-out thunder here, putting some runs across. Fastball inside to Brown. 1 ball, no strikes to Noah. Noah struck out back in the second inning. That's a hot shot, third base line, fair as it's out into left field. Single right there for Noah Brown, and the Highlanders continue to hit. As Graham Ross moves to second base on that single by Brown. That'll bring up Tom Griffin, 9th batter of the inning for the Highlanders, as we're going to have a meeting on the mound for the Rams, and they're going to get their bullpen working. Highlanders now a 5-0 lead after the 4-run third inning. As the inning was led off by Sean Fusco working a walk. Fusco being brought up from the junior varsity team. Walked to lead off the inning. Came around to score on the RBI ground out by Tucker Calley after Bourne singled. And Preston Ardolino got an RBI single, bringing home Bourne. Max Barish, an RBI double, as he bounced it off the first base bag. Brought home Ardolino, and then Barish came home on the Graham Ross RBI single to right. So Noah Brown stands at first. Graham Ross at second. Tom Griffin struck out looking back in the second. Is in the batter's box as the fastball is inside for ball 1. Rams sent the bullpen reinforcements out to start warming up, and then reiterated the necessity for those guys to warm up quickly. As that one catches the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count to Tom Griffin. Highlanders have put 4 across here in the bottom of the third inning, leading 5-0. Runners on second and first. So that one left up high by Brea. 2 balls and a strike now to Griffin. Two-one delivery from Brea. Swung on and missed by Griffin. Out ahead of that one. 2-2 will be the count. Noah Brown is at first. Graham Ross at second for the Highlanders. And swung on. Nope, fouled off. He got just a piece of it. As Griffin stayed alive. Keeps the count 2-2. Not a lot of speed on the bases. Graham Ross did an excellent job hitting. He's got catcher speed, just to be honest. That's a chopper. Back to Brea. Fires it over to first, and that will do it on the 1-3 putout. But the Highlanders put 4 across in the bottom of the third. They lead 5-0 as we go to the top half of the 4th inning here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back at Trum Field. Highlanders leading 5-0 after putting 4 across in the bottom of the third. We move to the top half of the 4th inning. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the Ram lineup facing off against Ian Bourne. As that is swung on and missed. Mark Walsh leading things off. He struck out back in the first inning. 0 for 1 on the day is Walsh. Bourne has been dominant out on the mound. Struck out 4 Rams last inning. That is a correct statement, as that one's in the dirt. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count to Walsh. 4 Rams struck out last inning as Bourne got the first 2 strikeouts looking. And then number 9 hitter Yoniel Cabral struck out swinging at a ball in the dirt that got past catcher Graham Ross, and he was able to get first base. He stole second and ended up being stranded there as Bourne was able to strike out leadoff man Gerardo, or I should say Almani Gerardo, the leadoff man for the Rams. That pitch was ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Now the count to Mark Walsh. Swung on and missed by Walsh on the fastball, 2-2 now the count. Highlanders had only a 1-0 lead at that point in time, but bottom of the third, the Highlander offense came alive, staking Bourne to the 5-0 lead. That one swung on and missed. Ross will have to make the play, and he does on the 1-3 put out to confirm the strikeout. That is strikeout number 8 for Bourne today. As Rolke Brea steps in, he flew out to right field to end the first. Swung on and missed by Brea, or fouled back, I should say, by Brea, back into the screen. No balls and a strike, the count now to Brea. Last time Bourne was on the mound against Medford, Medford did not get their first hit of the game until the final inning. Just making a note of that. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2 as Brea took a hack at that one. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the count to Rolke Brea. Bourne has struck out the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Rams that he has seen. As that is left outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Brea. One-two offering. In there, called strike 3. As he catches the bottom of the strike zone with that changeup. 7 straight strikeouts for Bourne. Nine strikeouts total in the game. Calvin Reynolds steps in. He struck out his first time back in the second. And is swung on and missed by Reynolds. Reynolds, the first baseman for the Rams, he's been flashing some leather out here as he handled a hot shot to close out the Highlander half of the first. Made an excellent play to prevent an extra run from scoring in that 4-run third of the Highlanders. As he was able to knock the ball down, couldn't prevent the runner from scoring from third on that play, but did not allow another runner to score. That pitch down in the dirt. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Now the count to Reynolds. Reynolds also had an opportunity to make a play on an RBI, what ended up being an RBI double that bounced off the first base bag, just barely off of his glove as he was able to react to that and still get his glove near the ball, but wasn't quite able to make the play on that RBI double. Reynolds now runs the count, 3 balls and a strike against Bourne. 2 away here. Top half of the 4th inning. Highlanders leading 5-0. Ian Bourne on the mound looking dominant today. That one swung on and missed. So Reynolds went after it down low. Runs the count full, 3-2. As Bourne looking to strike out the side for the 2nd inning in a row. 3-2 offering. Swung on and missed as Bourne has struck out the last 9 Rams he has seen. The Highlanders lead 5-0. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th inning here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field as we have a pitching change for the Rams. Rolke Brea will close the book on him as he went 3 innings, allowed 5 runs, all earned on 6 hits, struck out 4 and walked 2. On the mound now is going to be Ohannessian, or I'm sorry, I've got to say this correctly, Ohannessian, number 12 for the Rams. A righty, as he will go against Sean Fusco. Fusco led off last inning with a walk, came around to score on the ground out by Tucker Cali. Second run of the game for the Highlanders, scored by Fusco. As count evens 1-1, as Ohannessian is now on the mound for the Rams. Rolke Brea has been moved into right field, and Alfred Ventura has been shifted to left field, and Hector Baez has headed to the bench. As that was fouled off, strike 2. Of course, Sean Fusco came up from the JV team due to an illness to Griffin. As that one left up high, Fusco, good eye there, evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Fusco played earlier today in the JV game, and now he's playing in this game as well. Led off last inning with a walk, came around to score. Pops that one back into the screen, keeps the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our strike that actually out in left field is Desmond. Desmond's out in left field, not Ventura. As that's left up high to Fusco. Ohannessian filling up the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Fusco looking to get on to lead off the inning. Second inning in a row for the Highlanders. That's a foul ball down here first base side. Keeps the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Highlanders leading 5-0 here as they start off their home schedule here at Trum Field. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Early start, noon start. Vacation week, had Patriots Day earlier this week. That one fouled off. Highlanders celebrated Patriots Day with a victory over Everett. Noah Brown getting the win in that one. Count stays full to Fusco. We are watching a heck of a pitching performance by Ian Bourne. We'll talk more about that, though. Top of the next inning, I'd say, as Fusco puts a charge into that one. Center field, ranging back is Cabral, and he makes the play. So on the fly out to center field, 1 away here. Turns the lineup over for the Highlanders as Robbie Larkin will come up. Larkin 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to center field. His last at-bat, he walked to lead off the game, came around to score on the RBI double by Tucker Cali. Curveball put in there by Ohannessian for strike 1. Larkin has been one of the stronger offensive players for the Highlanders thus far this season, although today the Highlanders offense hitting on the cylinders they need to, as that one fouled back by Larkin. No balls, 2 strikes, now the count to Robbie. Of course, Robbie was the goalie for the Highlander hockey team, led them to the playoffs this year. Great run, as that's a line shot over here right over my head. It's going to go foul. Keeps the count, no balls, 2 strikes, as Larkin behind in this count, 1 away. Bottom of the 4th, Highlanders leading 5-0. Ohannessian on the mound now for the Rams, his first inning of work, as that's a foul ball. Slow sweeping curveball for Ohannessian. Larkin just trying to get a fix on that one. Get a feeling if he can get that squared up, it could go a long distance. As that fastball left up high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count to Robbie Larkin. Ohannessian looks to have that fastball and then that sweeping curveball. Looks to be what he's brought to the party today. As that one Just inside. Good eye by Larkin. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Roki Brea started the game for the Rams. He went 3 innings. So Ohanessian in for his first inning of work. There's that curveball. Larkin squared it up, lines it into left field for the single. You just could feel that was coming. As Ohanessian was working that curveball in there, it just seemed like Robbie was getting a fix on it, He brought that curve one more time, and old Uncle Charlie was sent into left field. So Larkin stands at first. 1 away. And Ian Bourne steps in. You don't want to leave that curveball hanging out with number 23 at the plate. We'll see how Ohanessian handles this as he fires to first, trying to get Larkin. Larkin back safely. Highlanders leading 5-0. Would love to add on to it here. 1 away. Bottom of the 4th. Larkin stands at first. Bourne at the plate. Ohanessian's delivery as Larkin is away. Desai's throw is down, but it was just barely offline. Larkin able to take advantage of that and slides in underneath the tag. The pitch was a strike. So the Highlanders have a runner in scoring position. Robbie Larkin with 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 is the count to Bourne. As that fastball left up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count to Bourne. Ohanessian has come with 2 fastballs thus far. He's got a sweeping curveball, but seems to hang out there a little bit. Larkin was able to take that hanging curveball and drive it into left field where he squared it up. If you've watched the Highlanders for the past couple years, you know number 23 squares one up, and it may not be coming back. They may have to go chase it down in the softball field here at Trum Field. Count is 1-1, 1 away here, bottom of the 4th. Runner at second is Robbie Larkin. Ohanessian looks in, spins, fires over to get Larkin. Larkin back safely. Rams very focused on the Highlander base runners. I got to be honest with you, they're down 5 runs. They should worry about the guy at the plate. Ohanessian, fastball, skied into right field, deep into right field. Chasing it down is Brea, and he makes the play. Larkin will take third on the deep fly ball down into right field. Good job by Roki Brea. And Brea, as he was able to track that one down out and right. Deep fly ball, though, moves Larkin to third. And Tucker Cali comes to the plate. Tucker, 1 for 2 on the day, 2 RBIs. He had an RBI double back in the first for the Highlanders' first run. And he got the Highlanders' second run across with an RBI ground out. In the third, it was a heck of a play made by Rams first baseman Calvin Reynolds that kept that from being, at worst for the Rams, a double, a single, possibly a double down the line. Reynolds knocked it down, stayed with the play. Brea came over, covered first very effectively. They were able to get Tucker on that ground out, but Fusco was able to come across to score with the second run of the game for the Highlanders. And, of course, in that bottom of the third, the Highlanders put a total of 4 runs across to chase Brea from the game. Long conversation going on. Umpire's curious if they'd like him. Umpire wanted to see whether he needed to come out, serve some drinks or something out at the mound. Conversation now over. Ohanessian on the mound for the Rams. Make note that last time Brea started, his first start against Linfield, he went 4 scoreless innings. It was a game, though, that Lynn Classical ended up losing 9-1. So the bullpen gave up 9 runs in that game. As this one's popped over here, right in front of me, it's just going to go foul. Out of play, I should say. Joe Constantine, our cameraman, unable to make the play on that ball. We're not going to say anything about that, though. Joe's doing yeoman's work. Filming as well. He will be doing production as well. The man of myth and legend, Joe Constantine. No balls and a strike now to Callie as he grounds this one to short. Handled there by Figueroa. He fires it across, and that will do it for the Highlanders here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs across as they left the runner stranded at third. Highlanders lead 5-0. We go to the top half of the 5th inning here from Trum Field on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field on Somerville Ed TV. We go to the top half of the 5th inning as the Rams will bring numbers 5, 6, and 7 to the lineup, or I should say to the plate, if I could figure that out. Christian Figueroa leading off here, shortstop for the Rams against Ian Bourne. Bourne has been tremendous. The last 8 Rams to face him have struck out as Figueroa swings and misses. Bourne struck out the side in the 4th. He struck out the side in the 3rd, but got 4 strikeouts. His 3rd strikeout in that inning was in the dirt. Got past catcher Graham Ross. And Cabral, the number 9 hitter for the Rams, able to reach first on that one. Then Bourne struck out the next batter he saw to get his 4th strikeout of the inning. So that one just outside, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Figueroa. Ten strikeouts on the game so far for Bourne. Kicks, delivers, in there, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count to Figueroa. Figueroa, one of the few, actually now the only Ram who has not struck out today. As he popped out foul to Colin Bourne, first baseman for the Highlanders, as that's fouled back into the screen. Every single other Ram has struck out today. Figueroa 0 for 1 on the day with a foul pop out. Colin Bourne made the play over against the fencing here near first base. Ian Bourne on the mound looking to add Figueroa, and he does. As now every Ram who started has struck out. Now we will have Rams who did not strike out, or did not start coming to the plate, as number 12, Ohanessian, will come to the plate. Ohanessian came in to pitch in the bottom of the 4th. His first opportunity at the plate as he faces off against Bourne. Swing and a miss by Ohanessian. Ian has now struck out the last 9 Rams he has seen. That one popped down the first base line, ranging back to make the play, and he does, as Tom Griffin. So the pop out, short right field by Ohanessian, handled well, but that will end the run of Bourne strikeouts. Officially at 9. He has 11 on the game, struck out 9 in a row before that pop out by Ohanessian. That brings up Boo Desea. Swing and miss for Boo. Boo struck out looking to lead off the 3rd. That is in the dirt. Ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little background on Boo Desea. Boo, of course, a nickname for Boo. Shortened Boo Boo. Named after Yogi Bear's trusty friend. Way back when he was a little baby. There's that one in there, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count As that caught the inside. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 12 for Bourne. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3 for the Rams here in the top of the fifth. We'll move to the bottom of the fifth. Highlanders leading 5-0 here on Somerville NTV. We are back here at Trum Field as Preston Ardolino steps to the plate for the Highlanders. Ohanesian on the mound for the Rams for his second inning of work as he catches the outside to Ardolino for strike one. Walk-up music for Preston there, simple man. Lil Skinner, just got to point it out. Swing and a miss there for Ardolino. Preston, 1 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging back in the first. He got an RBI single in the third. That one skied into center field. Ranging over is going to be Brea, coming to it from right field as Rolke Brea makes the play. As Brea, the starting pitcher for the Rams today, moved out into right field after the third inning. Ohanesian doing a good job. Was able to get through the fourth inning, left a Highlander stranded at third. He's got the first out here in the bottom of the fifth as Max Barish steps to the plate. Pitches that in for strike one called. Barish 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to first in the first and got an RBI double as he hits this one, skies it. Short right field, could drop in, and as it does, right in front of Brea. As Gerardo unable to get range back for it, Brea unable to get forward for it, popped it where they weren't. It's the whole idea of the game, hit it where they ain't. Max Barish is on the mound, or on the base paths for the second time today with his second hit. Single and a double for Max today. That'll bring up Graham Ross. Graham has the eye of the tiger right now, as you can hear. Highlanders leading 5-0, 1 away here, bottom half of the fifth inning. That sweeping curveball for Ohanesian gets in there for called strike one. Graham had an RBI single back in the third as well. He was left stranded at second base to end the third. He is 1 for 2 on the day. He struck out to start the second as well. As Barish away with the pitch, this one popped up. As coming in was Reynolds trying to make the basket catch there. He called off his catcher, DeSea, and wasn't quite able to make the play. We've seen Reynolds flashing the leather today, but just couldn't quite grasp it that time. So a very loud, active strike. No balls, 2 strikes now. Runner at first is Max Barish, 1 away here. Highlanders leading 5-0. Ohanesian's curveball stays up high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. Ohanesian checks Barish at first. Barish is away. Ross hits that one through the hole past the shortstop. Barish will stop at second as the ball gets back in quickly from left. They were able to get it past Mark Walsh at short. So Ross with his second hit of the day. 2 singles for Graham today. Highlanders now have runners on first and second with 1 away. Noah Brown comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. Ohanesian looks in, checks the runner Barish at second. That'll catch the outside for strike one. Brown singled back in the third. He was left stranded at first base. That big 4-run inning for the Highlanders, staking them out to the 5-0 lead. There's that curveball, stayed up high. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Brown. We got 1 away here, bottom of the fifth. Highlanders leading 5-0. GBL battle. It's the Rams, the reigning GBL champions, coming in here to Trum Field. Highlanders right now in first place, but Max Barish caught off, and he is picked off. As Barish leaning too much, Ohanessian has shown some good pickoff moves and was able to pick him off. 1-6 pickoff. 2 away now. 1 runner on is Graham Ross at first. 1-1 is the count to Brown. Ohanessian left that one outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Brown. Highlanders offense has been sputtering the beginning of this season. Not a lot of consistent hitting throughout the lineup, but they've gotten that today. And it has been in addition to a tremendous pitching performance by Ian Bourne, as that one left up high by Ohanessian. 3 balls, 1 strike now the count to Noah Brown. Bourne has been absolutely tremendous. He has struck out 11 Rams today. That's a hot shot near the dugout for the Highlanders. Everybody got to get back in the dugout. Get behind the fence. So that one's foul. Fills the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Noah Brown. 2 away here, bottom half of the 5th inning. Highlanders leading 5-0. Graham Ross stands at first after he got his 2nd single of the game. Brown, 1 for 2 on the day. He's going to call time. Ohanessian looking for his 2nd clean inning, shutout inning. So he was brought in relief to start the 4th inning. Left a runner stranded at 3rd, back in that 4th inning. As Ross is away from first. Ohanessian, that's a hot shot. It's going to get through the hole between short and 3rd. And Brown is on with his 2nd single of the day. 2 for 3 day for Noah Brown. Ross moves to 2nd. Highlanders again, runners on 1st and 2nd. Tom Griffin will come to the plate. Griffin 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out looking to end the 2nd. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 3rd. Griffin gets the base knock as well. The Highlanders just lining in on that hole between short and 3rd. 4 straight singles for the Highlanders with a pickoff, salvaging any sort of run thus far coming across. But Sean Fusco now will come up. Fusco 0 for 1 on the day with a run scored. He walked in the 3rd to come around to score the Highlanders' 2nd run of the game and flied out in the 4th. And that hit him. Bases loaded. He was hit in the foot. So that will bring in a run as Graham Ross will come across on the hits batsman. So Fusco at first once again. Again, make note. Sean came in. Basically, Sean's playing today. Normally rostered on the junior varsity team, but he's in today with the varsity squad. Good day for Sean, as he will stand at first base. Highlanders will keep the bases loaded, and the top of the lineup will come up, and we will have a new pitcher in to face the top of the lineup, as Ohanessian's going to come out. New pitcher for the Rams. Hang on 2 seconds and I will get a name for you. It is number 4. That is Rathel. Rathel will come out and take over the pitching duties for the Rams as he warms up. Will step away. Highlanders lead 6-0. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Bases filled with Highlanders. When we come back, it's the top of the order facing off against the new Rams pitcher here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field. Pitching change as the Highlanders have the bases loaded, leading 6-0. Mike Rathall on the mound, facing the top of the order. Robbie Larkin coming to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day is Larkin with a walk, and he lines this one into center field. That's gonna score 2 for the Highlanders as they stretch their lead out to 8-0. And then Fusco behind the play tried to get into third base, but he is out as the young Sean Fusco, a little aggressive there, runs the Highlanders out of the inning, but they did their damage. 3 runs across for the Highlanders in the 5th inning. We'll move to the top half of the 6th inning. Highlanders leading 8-0 here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field. We have a pitching change for the Highlanders as we're going to switch out Bournes. Ian Bourne, the starter for the Highlanders, has moved to first base. Colin Bourne is on the mound now for the Highlanders. We'll close the book on Ian. He is in line for the win with the 8-0 lead. 5 innings of work, no runs, no hits, no walks, 12 strikeouts for Ian Bourne through 5 innings of work. And now coming to the plate for the Rams as we have a pinch hitter coming in. Let me find out who we have up very quickly. Nope, that's Collins, still the DH, my bad. As Gavin Collins struck out looking. Swing and a miss there behind 0-2. As Colin Bourne takes over on the mound for the Highlanders. He shifts from first base. Mentioned that Collins got some tightness in his back. He's not swinging the bat effectively, so he isn't hitting today, but he made a nice play for a pop out, or on a pop out at first base, and now he's on the mound. Is that one in the dirt for ball 1? 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count. Ian, a tremendous pitching performance out there with the 12 strikeouts over 5 innings of work. At one point, he struck out 8 straight, or actually 9 straight, strike that, 9 straight Rams hitters. Struck out the side 2 innings in a row. And this one cold. Strike 3. And the Bourne-led K-train continues as Colin gets his first strikeout of the game. Gavin Collins goes down, second time today via the K. Brings up Yoniel Cabral, the only base runner the Rams have had today. He struck out swinging back in the 3rd, but it was a pitch in the dirt that got by Graham Ross all the way back to the screen. He was able to take first base on that one, and stole second, was left stranded at second base to end the 3rd inning. That one down low in the dirt for ball 1. That's a fastball fouled back into the screen. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike now. You can see Colin, good velocity on that fastball. Unlike his brother Ian, a righty is Colin. Ian, a lefty. Colin has good velocity on the fastball, decent movement on the curveball as well. Swung on and missed. A little change action there from Colin. Same battery of pitches that we saw from his brother Ian. Took a little bit off that one, got Cabral out ahead of it. Now he's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes in this count. There's the fastball. Cabral, though, charges it into left field, and the first hit of the day for the Rams is a single by Yoniel Cabral. So he reaches base for the 2nd time today. That'll turn the lineup over. Almani Gerardo now will come to the plate for the Rams. Gerardo is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out in the 3rd, popped out into short right field to lead the game off. Cabral stole a base back in the third. Colin, very aware of that, fires over, wants to keep him close. Highlanders leading 8-0. As we see Colin Bourne on the mound. His brother Ian Bourne got the start, 5 innings, no hit ball. So that one's fouled back into the screen. Strike 1 against Gerardo. Highlanders have a nice pitching duo of Ian Bourne and Noah Brown. Colin, another good choice for the Highlanders as he comes out of the bullpen here. Took a little bit off that one. Swung on and missed by Gerardo. No balls, 2 strikes, now the count. 1 away here, top half of the 6th inning. Highlanders leading 8-0. Rams have their first hit of the game as Cabral got the single in the left. He stands at first. Swing and a miss. Gerardo went fishing up high, came up empty. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Mark Walsh. Walsh 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts. Came up empty twice against Ian. See how he does here against Colin. So he gets a selection of Bournes to try to hit off of. Colin fires it over to first. Back easily is Cabral. Cabral had the stolen base back in the third. Got to keep an eye on him at first. Highlanders looking to continue their undefeated streak at the top of the GBL, looking to go 5-0 in the GBL. That pitch catches the outside. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. Now the count to Mark Walsh. Highlanders 4-0 in the GBL, looking to go 5-0 today. They have 2 GBL games next week against Revere and Chelsea. Revere currently undefeated as well in the GBL. 2-0. If the Highlanders can finish the business today against the Rams, as well as take care of the Patriots and the Devils next week, they can get through the first half of their GBL schedule undefeated. Swing and a miss. As Walsh went up high looking for the high cheese. 1-2, now the count 2 away, top half of the 6th inning. Highlanders looking to strand Cabral at first. 1-2 offering, just misses outside. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Only loss of the season for the Highlanders out of conference against Mystic Valley. As that's a ground ball, knocked down but not able to be handled by second baseman Tom Griffin. Deep in the hole there as Griffin was able to knock it down, but Walsh quick down the line. He's able to get there with the single. Infield single for Walsh. I'll bring up Rolke Brea. Brea, the starting pitcher today for the Rams, moved into right field, made some nice plays out in right field on some dangerous balls. Good reads off the bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out once, flew out to right field as well as Ross lost the ball there. Backhanded, tried to make the backhand catch on the pitch outside. Left the ball on the ground, didn't realize it, so the runners will advance. Runners now on second and third. Highlanders the 8-0 lead, but would love to maintain the shutout as well as they're 2 away. But Brea Rolke, one of the better offensive players for the Rams at the plate. Rolke Brea, I should say. That one's popped up sky high near home plate. Ian came in calling, but Colin just stood there and it fell into his glove. And that will do it as the pop out to the pitcher ends the threat. Highlanders keep the shutout alive, leading 8-0. We'll move to the bottom half of the 6th inning from Trum Field here on Somerville MTV. We are back here at Trum Field. Highlanders leading 8-0. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It will be numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the Highlander lineup. Ian Bourne, Tucker Cali, and Preston Ardolino, the heart of the Highlander order, facing off against Mike Orathal. Orathal came in the bottom half of the 5th inning with the bases loaded. He gave up an RBI, gave up a big hit. However, player Fusco ran out of the inning, getting caught off trying to get to third base. Ian swung and missed his first opportunity there. No balls and a strike to Bourne. That one inside from Orathal. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ohanessian had come in as the first out of the bullpen. He went 1 2/3, allowed 3 earned runs on 5 hits. Took a little bit off that, did Orathal. Swing and a miss. Ian out ahead of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Bourne. Ian 1 for 3 on the day with a single, run scored and a stolen base, and that's a line shot right field. Brea, though, ranging over, had him played well. Another fly out to right field. Brea doing a nice job out there. Second time he's gotten a hard hit ball from Bourne. Second time he's been in the right position. Second time he's made the out. That'll bring up Tucker Cali. Cali 1 for 3 on the day with 2 RBIs. Had an RBI double for the first run for the Highlanders back in the 1st inning. That one popped up first base side, settling underneath it, and making the play is Calvin Reynolds. Reynolds has been very strong defensively at first base for the Rams today. 2 away quickly here. That'll bring up Preston Ardolino. Ardolino 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out in the first, got an RBI single, and came around to score in the 3rd. And he flew out to right field as well back in the 5th. Another one where Brea made a nice play on it. He had to have a good jump on that one where Ardolino got that out. Pitch outside from Orathal. Orathal gave up the 2 RBI single to Robbie Larkin, but then Fusco was caught trying to get to third on that play to end the inning. Now Orathal has done a nice job getting the first Highlanders here. First 2 Highlanders he's faced here in the bottom of the 6th. Heart of the Highlander order, very difficult area. Ian Bourne, Tucker Cali, and now Preston Ardolino. He's even against Ardolino right now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away here, bottom of the 6th. Highlanders leading 8-0. That pitch up high. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now the count to Ardolino. Fouled back into the screen. Evens the count 2-2 to Ardolino. Ardolino, of course, also a member of the Highlander hockey team. Excellent forward for the Highlanders. Looking forward to watching him through the years as a younger player. So that one's fouled back into the screen. Count is 2-2. With 2 away here, bottom of the 6th. Highlanders leading 8-0 as that one's left up high. Runs the count full to Ardolino. Highlanders, I should say the MIAA will have the rankings, the spring sports rankings, as that's a called strike 3. That will do it as Rathall gets the Highlanders 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. We move to the 7th. Highlanders leading 8-0 here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Trum Field. Top half of the 7th inning. Highlanders leading 8-0. Looking to close it out here against the heart of the Rams order, number 4, 5, and 6, Calvin Reynolds, Christian Figueroa. And I believe it will be Mike Rathall after that. We will see. Colin Bourne on the mound for the Highlanders. He came in relief of Ian Bourne. First pitch inside, ball 1 to Reynolds. Ian Bourne pitched tremendously for his 5 innings of work, allowing no runs on no hits, striking out 12. Colin came in and got 2 strikeouts himself. Rams did get their first hit of the game also back in that 6th inning. As we are now on the top of the 7th, Highlanders leading 8-0, looking to close it down here and get their 5th straight GBL victory to start this season off. 2 balls, no strikes, now the count to Calvin Reynolds. That's in there, called strike as he gets to the outside with that fastball. 2-1 the count. Bourne kicks, fastball catches the inside, strike 2. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reynolds 0 for 2 on the day, struck out twice, facing Ian. That's inside for ball 3, runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, now the count to Calvin Reynolds. Second full count that Calvin has faced today. He struck out swinging on a full count offering to end the 4th inning from Ian Bourne. Here's the full count offering from Colin, swung on and missed. A little more high cheese put out there by Colin Bourne. Gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Christian Figueroa. Figueroa 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out back in the 5th inning. And popped out, foul pop out, fielded by Colin Bourne at first base in the 2nd. A little too low there, ball 1. 1 away here, top of the 7th. Highlanders leading 8-0, looking to close it down here against the GBL rivals and reigning GBL champion Rams. Highlanders looking to get out to a really strong 5-0 start in GBL play. Took a little bit off it, took a little too much off. 2 balls now. No strikes to Figueroa. We'll have baseball coverage for you throughout the season. Highlander baseball coverage along with Highlander softball coverage, Highlander girls lacrosse, Highlander boys lacrosse, and Highlander boys volleyball. We will have all that for you here on Somerville Ed TV. Speaking of all those spring sports, as Bourne goes 3-0 to Figueroa. Speaking of those spring sports, big day coming up as the MIAA will be releasing their first rankings of this spring, April 26th. That's a Friday. Make sure you check out MIAA.net and see where the Highlanders rank in all 5 spring sports on Friday, when those rankings do come out, as that's in there for called strike on the 3-0 offering. Friday the 26th. Check out where the Highlanders are ranked. Remember, you have to be in the top 32 to make the playoffs or have a winning record. Highlanders spring sports had baseball and girls lacrosse in the playoffs last year. That's ball 4 to Figueroa, second, or I should say third base runner of the game. First walk of the game issued by Highlander pitching. Mike Rathall, the pitcher brought in relief of Ohanessian, is up to the plate. One away, runner at first is Figueroa. He's there by virtue of a walk. As Colin Bourne's fastball left up high evens the count to Rathall, 1-1. That one's in there, called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Mike Rathall. So Rathall came in with the bases loaded to pitch for the Rams. Got out of that inning, although he allowed 2 of those runners to score on a single to Robbie Larkin. Swung on and fouled back. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rathall was able to get through the top half of the 6th, 1-2-3, striking out Preston Ardolino, looking to end the Highlander half of the 6th. Runner at first is Christian Figueroa. He leads away as curveball almost swung on. Rathall able to hold up, though, evens the count, 1 or 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here, top half of the 7th. Highlanders leading 8-0. Fastball by Bourne. Dribbler down to first base. Ian will take it, and he'll tag the base and get the base runner. On the 3 unassisted play, Figueroa will take second on the play. That'll bring up Boo DeSea. Catcher for the Rams. Boo 0 for 2 on the day, struck out twice. Both times against Ian. Ian Bourne, 12 strikeouts in the game. Colin Bourne now 3 strikeouts in his 1 2/3 innings of work so far. DeSea swings and misses. Nominating Boo for our GBL All-Name Award baseball category. Congratulations, Boo DeSea. Oh, 1 delivery from Colin. That's going to get DeSea in the back. So the hit batsman puts 2 runners on for the Rams. That'll bring up Gavin Collins. Collins 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Struck out looking both times. He's fallen prey to both of the Bournes. As Ian got him in the 3rd, Colin got him in the 6th. Runners on first and second. Christian Figueroa at second. Boo DeSea at first. Big lead for Boo. Called strike on the outside to Collins. 2 away here, top half of the 7th inning. Highlanders leading 8-0, looking to close this one down. Rams have 2 runners on, though. Figueroa at second, DeSea at first. As Collins swings and misses. Strike 2. 0-2 now the count. Highlanders looking to lock this down, get their 5th straight GBL victory to start the season. Getting ready for a big GBL matchup against Revere. Outside, that'll be ball 1-2 Collins. Revere also undefeated in the GBL, only 2 games that they played though. And one of those games was against Chelsea. One-two delivery, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will do it as the Highlanders take it here at Trum Field, defeating the reigning GBL champion Rams by the score of 8-0. Your winning pitcher on the day is Ian Bourne. A tremendous job once again on the mound by Ian Bourne. 5 innings of work, no runs, no hits, striking out 12. Colin Bourne came on to close things down. He finished it off with 2 innings of work, allowing no runs. 2 hits allowed by Colin, the only 2 hits of the game for the Rams, and 4 strikeouts. That's going to do it for us here from Trum Field as the Highlanders take their GBL record to 5-0. They sit atop the GBL as we near the midway mark. Don't forget about those rankings coming out on Friday the 26th. Keep an eye on those on the MIAA.net website. See where the Highlanders land there. Thank you very much for watching at home. Thank you, Joe Constantine, on camera as well as production. I am Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Baseball on Somerville Ed TV.